Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, celebrating expression, fostering talent, and connecting the community to Columbus artists, performances, exhibitions, concerts, public art, and more at columbusmakesart.com. From these contributing sponsors and viewers like you, thank you.
This time on Broad and High, discover an artist's journey to narrative art. Hear from a Cuban artist who tells the stories of his ancestors in his work, and learn about a Central Ohio museum who spotlights American art primarily from the Midwest. This and more right now on Broad and High. Welcome to Broad and High. I'm your host, Kate Quickle. Karen Albanese Campbell is someone who loves to travel, and she uses these experiences in her work, which spans print, paint, and fabric. We met up with her in her home studio and at Phoenix Rising Print Co-op, where she is a core member, to talk about her process and inspiration.
A lot of my work it's really drawing from my imagination, but it's not like surreal or anything, but it's putting together landscapes and figures in unexpected ways. And it's always got a real strong narrative in it because I'm really drawn to the storytelling part of art. My work has a lot of pattern in it, and it has a lot of color. When I was in college, I was really influenced by when I first discovered Japanese art. I often go back to just making patterns or compositions that feel Japanese to me. I'm not Japanese. It's only been my exposure to Japanese art that was so formative for me, and especially Japanese prints. And so now I go back to that with printmaking, and I circled back to printmaking many years out of college. One thing that people always say about my work is, oh, you do so many different things and you have different styles, and I'm pretty much like, yeah, at this point I'm just going to do whatever I want. So it's some of this and it's some of that, and I'm trying to bring it all together. When I first get an idea for a new piece, I'll just keep playing with it until I find the story that's in it and can put all the pieces together, and I just keep doing small doodles and sketches and stuff until I feel like, oh, I think this has legs. I'm gonna run with this one. Now that I'm working a little bit bigger, that's more of an undertaking. But get it up there full scale and then just keep developing it. And drawing is really important to me. Even though I'm trying to simplify and abstract more, I still think that printmaking is essentially a drawing-based medium, and it's just really important to me that I bring as much skill and thought to that initial drawing and design phase of the print. Once you have your idea and know where you're going, you're choosing everything deliberately. What technique am I going to use? What paper am I going to use? You've got to know what your palette is. What are my ink choices going to be? So you have to make those choices for every single project that you do. Once I do all of that, then it's just a matter of working the steps with printmaking, because printmaking is indirect. There's all the thinking and the conceptualizing and the drawing up front, but then making the final image, it's like if I was painting it, the paint would just go right on the canvas, and I could scrape it and move it around and paint over it and do all of those things that are just real direct marks. But what I'm doing as a printmaker is you have to think it out and put it on a plate first, and then put it on a piece of paper. So there's all these steps that happen that influence the way your final image looks. When you do something in a series, the first one always looks very different than the last one you do, because by the time you get to the last one, you've figured it out. So right now I'm working on this very imprecise technique called pressure printing. And that is, typically you put ink on a plate and you put your paper right down into it. And instead, put your ink on your plate and you put your paper down, but then you put your whatever's going to make your image behind your paper. And then you put it through the press. And so when you pull it up, what you see is like a shadow of what was here. Pretty simple. It'll do irregular things to the way the ink hits the paper around whatever your image was. And this is a good example of that, where then you put this blue layer on, and I could not predict how that was going to be impacted by what came before or what's already on the paper. And it just feels very much like it's like a metaphor for life. Every step that you take influences the next step, but not in a way that you thought it was going to. I make prints like a painter, and I think like a painter, and I love this way of working. I like working with tools and just the kind of problem solving that uses a different part of my brain. And I like the community of printmakers too, because painting is very solitary, very solitary. I have so much compassion for the displaced people around the world, and I feel something when I look at photographs and when I watch the news, and it really stirs up all my emotion, and I'm frustrated that I can't do anything. I mean, as an artist, what can I do? I am processing how I feel about these world events through the art that I make. And it's not always as specific. Sometimes it starts to spin off, like the first piece maybe had specific ties, but then I'll make another and another and another, and it begins to become so many steps away, it becomes more abstracted from that original idea or that original event maybe that inspired it. I did a whole series about people sleeping outside, which can be camping in our first world understanding, or it could be because you don't have any place else to sleep. When I think about people who are displaced or, people walking, a lot of my pieces have people walking. This piece, I wanted it to be bigger. I wanted it to reflect a broader kind of scene. The colors go from darkness to light, from dark sky to light sky. There's a body of water, there's an island, there's crossing over, there's another larger place, there's a horizon. There's lots of horizons, and the roads kind of go over the horizons. And because I'm trying to keep it just more simple, more abstracted, it does inspire you to ask, who are they and where are they going and where did they start? I mean, these are the questions I'm asking as I'm working and trying to figure out what's the story in the piece.
To see more of her work, check her out online at KarenAlbaneseCampbell.com. Lino Vizcaino is a Cuban artist born in Havana, which is considered the spiritual and cultural center of the Afro-Cuban religion of Santeria. Because of his profound involvement in his religion, Lino's work is often influenced by or dedicated to the Orishas, or the selected heads.
Yo me llamo Lino Vizcaíno, soy un artista visual. Por ejemplo, aquí hay estos elementos.
These objects you see over there,
En algunas piezas,
that you see in all these pieces over there,
al papel femenino en nuestra historia,
it's related to the female role of the history.
con aspiraciones de libertad.
So with freedom aspirations,
Las esclavas negras
the female enslaved, African enslaved,
no sabían escribir,
didn't know how to write,
pero fueron muy inteligentes
but they were very smart,
y buscaron una forma de evadir la vigilancia de los dueños, de los amos,
and they were able to avoid the master surveillance,
para poder huir
to be
hacia
able to run
el
away,
monte. Y
run away to the forest.
en las trenzas, en el peinado, se hacían trenzas,
And in the way they comb their hair, the braids,
estaba el camino para llegar al...
they reflected the way to get to the
Para llegar al
forest
palenque.
and to be able to escape, to get to the palenque.
Entonces, aquellas mujeres que lograron llegar al palenque,
And those female enslaved that were able to run away and get to the palenque,
en estos peinados tenían semillas
and in all these braids, they had seeds inside.
que les servían para empezar a sembrar cuando llegaran a esos lugares.
And with these seeds in their braids, you know, they could use it to start cultivating and grow food.
Y fue un elemento muy importante.
And it was a very important
el papel de
element.
la mujer en los palenques que estaban en el...
The female role in those palenques was very important. They were the ones that were feeding the rest of the enslaved, the runaway enslaved.
No solamente se cocinaron, también
They do not only cook, ¿qué más?
que no solamente cocinaban, sino que también sembraron.
And they also grow food.
Llevaron alimentos para toda esa población.
They provide food for the palenque, where the enslaved ran away and lived.
To see more of his work, you can find him on Instagram at linovizcano.art.dibujo. In our last segment of this episode, we head back to the kitchen to learn about a Smithsonian affiliate visual arts facility here in Central Ohio, and of course, whip up a quick bite. Joining me in the kitchen today is Jessamy Jones, Executive Director of the Springfield Museum of Art. Jessamy, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Kate, thank you so much. I'm really thrilled to be here today.
Great. So tell us a little bit about the Springfield Museum of Art.
The Springfield Museum of Art has been in Springfield since 1952, so we're coming up on our 75th anniversary. And we are the only Smithsonian affiliate art museum in the state of Ohio, which is a really fun distinction.
That's
so something we're
amazing.
very proud of. And we just completed our first major building renovation in 30 years. So if it's been a while since you've been to Springfield and to the museum, please come back and see us because things have changed.
Sounds like it. Sounds like you have a lot going on.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yep.
Well, I'm pumped to learn more, and I can't wait to get started on this delicious and quick recipe. We're making ham and cheese slider buns. It couldn't be
Great.
simpler. Basic ingredients, great for a party, great for a crowd. So let's get started.
Great.
The ingredients we'll need are 3/4 cup of melted butter, 1.5 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1.5 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of poppy seeds, 1 tablespoon dried minced onion, 24 slider buns, 1 pound thinly sliced cooked deli ham, 1 pound thinly sliced Swiss cheese. Okay, Jessamy, before we get started assembling these delicious slider buns, tell me what someone could expect when they visit the museum.
Well, first of all, the Springfield Museum of Art, we are situated in beautiful Veterans Park in Springfield. So it's right between Wittenberg and downtown Springfield. We're really nestled between two cliffs. It's a beautiful location, and if you love art museums and you love parks, we are the place for you to go. So when you come inside the Springfield Museum of Art, you'll see that we have permanent collection objects and we have special exhibitions that rotate throughout the year. So our permanent collection is about 2,000 objects for our entire collection, but at any individual time, you'll have, I don't know, we'll have maybe 5% of the collection out for visitors to see. And then, as I mentioned, our special exhibitions continue to rotate. So there's always something new when you're coming to the museum.
That's wonderful. And I know we're here in Columbus. It's a quick drive. It's not a bad trip at all.
It's so quick. Yes, I came in this morning and it was 50 minutes door to door. Super easy.
And lots to do in Springfield.
Lots to do in Springfield.
Great.
Yep.
Well, I think we should give it a go here with these buns. So the cool thing about these is I like to make it super easy. You've got this like slab of slider buns. So like a 9 by 13 pan that most people have. We've greased it, and I just kind of set it in there fully attached. So we're gonna squish them in. I'm gonna take the lid off. Hopefully they stay together, friends. Flip it over here. It's okay if they pull apart a little. So we're just gonna kind of press this in.
Okay.
And then what I'd love you to do, we've got our melted butter and all of our yummy flavorings. They can all, it's like a dump and stir. They can all go into this bowl and you can mix it up. And we're gonna save that for the end and pour it over the top so they get all like crispy and yummy. So
okay, so mix all of these together
all
and then the butter goes later?
It
or
really
butter goes
doesn't
all
matter
day?
the order.
Any order?
You want. You can go butter first, mustard first.
Okay.
You can just kind of wing it.
All right.
And we just kind of press these in. It really is just very simple. It's a quick bite. It's how we like to roll around here.
That's great. It's always good to have the quick bites.
Yeah. My mom used to make a recipe like this, but they were separate. So she'd make a bunch of buns and wrap them in foil and put them in the oven. And I was like, what if?
What if?
Yeah, we didn't do that. There's lots of versions of this recipe. You really can't go wrong. And it's nice to get these little buns that are all connected.
Absolutely. Well, you've certainly made this really easy. I can't wait to try this at home.
It's foolproof.
Okay.
So once you've got that all mixed up, and there's versatility here too. You could spread this with mustard or anything you want to do. Our next step is going to be to layer. So we're going to keep that to the end.
Okay.
Layer our Swiss cheese, our ham, Swiss cheese. So you've got like a melty cheese barrier.
Okay.
Then we'll flip the lid back on and then we'll pour the butter on top.
Okay, great. You had me at melty cheese barrier.
Yeah. Okay, before we move forward with our final steps, because again, it's super easy, tell me about all the ways that you're bringing art into the community.
Oh, I love that question. So for our museum, connecting with the community is so important. In fact, it's part of our new mission statement, which is to expand creativity and vitality by connecting art and communities. So that's something we take very seriously. And we've been asking ourselves what it looks like to be a community creating museum. And so a lot of what we do is through partnerships. So of course you can come and visit us any day and drop in and see us, but we also have several really important partnerships. So throughout the summers, we partner with several organizations for festivals around Springfield, but we also partner with several early childhood programs and Head Start, the Miami Valley Early Childhood Centers, Clark Preschool in Springfield, and our educator actually sees over 500 preschoolers for their very first museum visit ever. So that's something that we think is so important, is how do we connect people from their earliest ages to museums and recognizing that museums are a possibility for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So significant. What a core memory you're creating for all those little kids with their first museum exhibit.
Absolutely. And so we really believe that art belongs to all people. That is part of our mantra at the Springfield Museum of Art. In addition to that, we have other partnerships. So we partner with organizations who support those who have dementia, and we bring art to those who have dementia as a way to really get in the moment and to spark joy and to find joy and to create something beautiful and to alleviate some stress. Another program that we have at the museum is we partner with organizations that are supporting those who are in recovery from drug and alcohol addiction. And they come to the museum and have group counseling sessions in our galleries using artwork as a spark to talk about important things in their lives. And then they go and they create artwork in our studios. And so we're really finding that this experience helps reduce levels of stress and increase feelings of well-being. And it's also a positive habit. It's a positive hobby to have as they're going through their recovery journey.
Right. I love that they're not just experiencing the museum, but creating their own art. What
Absolutely.
a great outlet.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we should make some delicious slider buns
I
now.
do too.
We've got our yummy butter sauce ready to go on top. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to assemble. So I like to get our barrier of cheese. So we can both just start lining the bottom with cheese. And like I said, if you want to put
barrier.
mustard or anything else on here, you can. Totally a personal choice. I'm just going to grab a slab,
Okay.
and layer it up. We don't want any exposed bread. We want cheese.
Okay.
And then we're just going to kind of do the ham, just sort of.
Okay.
You want to keep it kind of a flat layer, so because
Okay.
it's with the bread going on top.
All right.
It's not really a piled high kind of situation, but. And then we'll just do a little more cheese on top.
Okay. The second half of the cheese
Check,
barrier.
second half of the cheese barrier goes on. Okay, now that we've got our cheese, ham, cheese barrier intact, I'm gonna try. I don't know if this is wise or not, but I'm just gonna try to do.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Get my hand out of there. Okay. We've got our lid on. Now,
Wow.
I would give that another mix.
Yep.
And then if you want to pour that evenly over, I've got our handy dandy pastry brush, an
Okay.
optional tool if you don't have this at home. That's okay. And I'll just kind of move it around so that it gets all over
Okay.
each bun. And this just kind of adds flavor, butteriness, and gives them that kind of, butter touch.
Yeah, the
That sort of
butter touch.
crispy-
And it crisps
yeah.
up a little bit. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. So I'll just sort of start pushing this around. And again, if you don't have a pastry brush at home, you can use a knife or spoon. But get all that goodness covered up, and then we'll pop it in the oven. I think that's pretty well
Oh, I think
shellacked.
that's great. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna set that there, and then we'll pop this in the oven.
Okay.
We preheated our oven to 350 degrees.
Okay.
And really, it's about 20 minutes.
20
Until
minutes?
you want the cheese to be gooey and the
Okay.
tops to be kind of baked and nice. It's all fully cooked. You're just making it delicious.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, in we go. Okay, while those are in the oven, tell me a little bit about the annual members exhibition.
Yes, well, I love the story of the annual members exhibition. So this is a juried exhibition, and it has been going on for 78 years. Yes, I know. So for a very long time. And so this exhibition actually predates the museum and was part of how the museum was founded. So 78 years ago, a group of citizens who loved art and artists got together to create this exhibition, and it was so successful they started to do it every year after that. And then the Springfield Art Association came out of it, which grew into the Art Museum. So this year, those who entered this show increased by 50%. We had a huge increase in the exhibition this year. And we see we have 150 people in the show this year from over 9 states. So people submitted work from both coasts, we like to say, from Connecticut and California and Oregon. So we were thrilled by the turnout this year. And it's great because you get to see the creativity from folks from across our region and really across the country. And so it's an amazing way to celebrate the creativity that we have around art.
Right, what an impressive legacy.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Okay, the moment has come. Our mini slider buns baked up, all nice and crispy on top and melty and gooey in the middle.
It looks so good.
Oh, they smell amazing. We took a few out. You can always kind of serve this however you want. You can have people pull them apart,
Great idea.
whatever you want to do. Before we dig into these delicious bites, what's one more thing you'd like people to know about the Springfield Museum of Art?
You know, as I mentioned, that we believe that art belongs to all people, and we want to make sure that everyone who wants to come to the museum can come. And so we are really trying to find ways to eliminate all of the barriers to coming to the museum, real or perceived. One of those barriers that we know that can be very real is economic barrier. So we try to make sure that we provide free admission to anyone who might want to come. So children 17 and under are always free at the museum. And we also participate in a national program called Museums for All. And for anyone who benefits from SNAP or WIC can show their EBT card and get into the museum for free as well. So we want to make sure that every single person who wants to enjoy art can come to the Springfield Museum of Art and do so.
That's great. So thoughtful and a great way to be inclusive of everybody.
Oh, thanks.
Wonderful. Well, I think we should take a bite. Let's say our goodbyes before we dive in.
Yes.
The poppy seeds everywhere. Destiny, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my goodness, Kate, thank you so much. This was so much fun. And these look really
look so
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's dig in.
Okay.
To find out more about the museum, check them out at springfieldart.net. Well, that's our show. Remember, you can find all of our stories online at WOSU.org as well as on our YouTube channel. For all of us here at WOSU, I'm Kate Quickle. Thanks for watching.
Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, celebrating expression, fostering talent, and connecting the community to Columbus artists, performances, exhibitions, concerts, public art, and more at columbusmakesart.com.